Hi guys, End of Times News here. Just wanted to report to you something I saw early this morning when I was grabbing my coffee. I turned on my local ABC channel and they had reported on a Native American that was mocked by a gang of teens wearing MAGA hats or Make America Great Again hats. Something looked off and when they were reporting it, and I thought something's fishy here. And first, I want to share with you not what I watched this morning, but a different perspective that CNN had put on. And first, I want to just get you through this video, and then I want to report to you just some additional news that I saw out there, and we'll take it from there. So here's the CNN perspective.
We are hearing from a Native American elder and Vietnam War veteran speaking to CNN after a disturbing viral video shows a group of teens harassing and mocking him in the nation's capital. Here's the video sparking outrage on social media right now. Nathan Phillips was beating his drum and singing an American Indian protest song. And this was on Friday on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial when he saw a clash erupting between a group of teenage students and four African American young men preaching about the Bible and oppression. Well, Phillips says he immediately sensed danger.
When I was there and I was standing there and I seen that group of people in front of me and I seen the angry faces and all of that, I realized I had put myself in a really dangerous situation, you know. It was like, here's a group of people who were angry at somebody else, and I put myself in front of that, and all of a sudden I'm the one who's all that anger and all that wanting to have the freedom to just rip me apart, you know. That was scary. I'm a Vietnam Times veteran, and I know that mentality of there's enough of us, we can do this.
Then Phillips describes the tense moments now being replayed over and over again online when a young man got right in his face. Watch.
When I started going forward and that massive groups of people started separating and moving aside to allow me to move out of the way or to proceed, this young fella put himself in front of me and wouldn't move. And so I could, if I took another step, I would be putting my person into his presence, into his space, and I would have touched him. And that would have been the thing that the group of people would have needed to spring on me.
CNN's Sarah Seidner asked Phillips what bothered him the most about Friday's confrontation. Here are his thoughts.
Fear, not for myself, but fear for the next generations, fear where this country's going, fear for those youths, fear for their future, fear for their souls, their spirit, their what they're going to do to this country. What they were doing wasn't making America great. It was just tearing down the fabric that was the whole idea, the spirit of America. That wasn't it, you know.
Newly elected Congresswoman Deb Haaland is among the first Native Americans elected to Congress, and she reacted on Twitter, writing, "This veteran put his life on the line for our country. The students' display of blatant hate, disrespect, and intolerance is a signal of how common decency has decayed under this administration. Heartbreaking."
So I'm going to stop it right here, guys. And what I'm going to show you now is something I dug up from one of the students at the school, and he shows a very different perspective. So here it is. So I guess he wrote to the local 12 News, and what I'll do is I'll start reading from here. So you've probably seen or heard the video of the students wearing MAGA gear, supposedly harassing, bothering, or jeering at a Native American veteran. This is not true and taken entirely out of context. I'm a student at Covington Catholic and was present at the time of the occurrence. Here's what truly happened. Every year my school attends the March for Life in D.C. and afterwards tour the city. Our chaperones and teachers told us to be at the Lincoln Memorial at 5:30, to be ready for the buses to pick us up at 5:30. So 5:30 came around and we all gathered at the memorial. As we're an all-male school that loves to get hyped up, hence our cheer section's name, Colonel Crazies, and as we have done for years prior, we decided to do some cheers to pass the time. In the midst of our cheers, we were approached by a group of adults led by Nathan Phillips, with Phillips beating his drum. They forced their way into the center of our group. We initially thought this was a cultural display since he'd been beating along to our cheers, and so we clapped to the beat. He came to stand in front of one of my classmates who stood where he was, smiling and enjoying the experience. However, after multiple minutes of Mr. Phillips beating his drum directly in the face of my friend, mere centimeters from his nose, we became confused and started wondering what was happening. It wasn't until later that we discovered they would incriminate us as a publicity stunt. As a result, my friends faces expulsion for simply standing still, and our entire school is being disparaged for a crime we did not commit. To reiterate, we did not partake in any physical or verbal abuse, did not chant, build the wall, or mock anything of the like, and did not seek to incite violence. After the initial occurrence, we were then verbally assaulted by 4 or 5 African American men who called us faggots and berated one of our African American students for being friends with us. The truth needs to come out. I pray you read this and can speak for us, who are silenced by the media. And really what my point of showing this today is, the news isn't always correct. They don't portray the news as it is. So what they're doing is they're trying to incite division, incite violence. They're portraying these white kids who are wearing Make America Great Again hats as racists, as bigots. Really, my point is that we have to be vigilant and make sure we understand the entire story. We have to seek out the truth because the truth is not being fed to us. Really, it looks like it could be the end of time here, folks, as our own media divides us. It's dividing us, and it's causing us to separate into 2 groups. And then essentially, I fear, which may end in civil war if it keeps up. So again, be vigilant, folks. Seek the truth, and may God bless.